Okay, so what this is, guys, this is just going to be a weekly roundup that we're going to do. It's not going to be a long, like, you know, Q&A, AMA style format or anything like that. It's going to be more of just, hey, this is what's going on. Here's a little bit of alpha. Here's a little bit of recap of what you guys need to know. And yeah, we saw some recommendations. People were asking for this type of thing. And, you know, I'm a YouTuber, so let's get it. Mina,
Cool.
if you would like to introduce yourself, I believe everyone here right now probably knows who you are, but you know.
Yeah, I assume everyone's come from Discord, so everyone will know who I am. But just in case you haven't, so I head up the marketing for MDB, which comes from Make DeFi Better. And like Hazey's just sort of said, we're going to do a weekly roundup. It's going to be quite casual, quite informal and to the point. But yeah, a lot of people don't read the announcements or don't like, spending ages catching up. So this is a quick, easy way to do that for everyone. And then Hazey is going to do a little bit of chart analysis for us as well, just to see what the MDB price is looking like over the last week or so. So yeah, I feel a little bit nervous, and I don't know why, because I've done AMAs before, and this is actually less scary than an AMA. But here we go.
I understand. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my goodness. I just wanted to make sure everything was set up right and that, it worked. I've even got new internet. Like I'm getting a new internet provider tomorrow just to make sure that this actually goes smoothly. So
Yeah,
I understand.
well, be the start of your career into live AMAs, Hazey. You can start streaming them.
That's correct.
Soon as you've got used to it, 100%. Cool. So just to start with a bit of a roundup then. So this week was obviously quite big, especially for the Millionaires Club, right? So we had the end of the Phoenix Games. And I don't have the exact numbers, but as far as I know, we gave away like over $125,000 worth of prizes and rewards, which is it's literally mind blowing to me, especially when you think, so how many people there in Millionaires Club? Maybe like 300 to 400.
That's crazy.
Definitely less than 400. So the sheer amount that people have gained is just insane, really. A little shout out as well to Hazey now being one of the Millionaires Club deputies. So that is fun.
I'm pretty hype about it. And just like a quick point, most of those prizes and rewards were given out in MDB, right?
Yeah, that's right.
At this level, guys. So think about like, okay, that's at these prices in this market. In the future, that might be $1 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gave away 125 about worth of MDB. That could easily be $1 million in the future. So I will wait. Now, am I supposed to be talking like that these days? I don't know. That's how I feel, I mean, I'm a believer, so it is what it is.
Yeah, it was so early still. Like, what are we, 2 months in? But we've launched in this crazy, horrible market. So we're so undervalued. So you're absolutely right. Actually, those those over $100,000 in rewards and prizes actually, realistically, long term is probably worth a hell of a lot more. So
hell yeah, it is. So we had the Phoenix Games ended. Y'all gave away crap tons of money. What else happened, Mina?
So we announced yesterday and actually went through officially today, which I'm really excited about, is our third Gravity project, which is Oracle Finance. So we have absorbed Oracle Finance into MDB. It's actually the first one that I've managed myself end to end. So I'm super excited about that. I only took over Gravity project literally like a week ago. So yeah, really, really excited about that. We've already seen some new community members come over from Oracle. So it's great to see some new faces as well.
Sweet. I'm not familiar with oracles, but I had heard of it before they launched. So that's exciting.
Yeah, the team have been great. And I think, in this market, so many just don't succeed, right? And it's not necessarily a reflection of the team when a project struggles. And they've been amazing. So many people don't have like their holders' best interests at the forefront of what they do, right? And that's one of the struggles with Gravity, actually, is getting these people on board when it's hard for a dev or a CEO or whatever to let go of a project. You know, it's their baby. But straight away they were really open, really helpful, and just really, really keen to actually do the right thing for their holders. So massive kudos to them.
Yeah, it's you see some of these projects and like I'm speaking from my personal experience, but I've seen like the same dev or the same core team like launch a string of different projects, and it's like you can tell they're in it basically just for the money that they're going to inevitably make out of like this month-long project basically. And so I understand basically like they'll just let the project die rather than going through the process of getting absorbed into the MDB ecosystem. So props to
absolutely.
Oracle.
Yeah, they've been, you know, straight away really open, which is massive because most of the time you approach these projects because I'm not sure if everyone's seen, but as part of taking over Gravity, I've like launched this ambassador program. Essentially, if you recommend a project and it's successfully absorbed, you get a little thank you. It can't be very much. It's like $100 just because we don't make loads of money from Gravity. That isn't how it works. It's more to absorb the holders and give them this second chance. So actually, we don't have loads of money to pay huge bonuses to people or anything like that. But just a little thank you, like $100. So, you know, I've had quite a few suggestions in, and so many of them, you go, you speak to like the team, and they're just like, no, they just won't even consider it because there's nothing in it for them. Do you know? Like they just won't consider it, and it's a real shame when it's a project that, you know, you have a look at the charts and the price and the volume and the community. I think for me is a massive telltale sign of how a project is doing. And there's been no talk in their chat for like 12 hours or something, right? And it's just like they still just won't even have a conversation. So yeah, really, really good when you get someone like Oracle who have been amazing and open from the get-go and understand actually, you know, how good it is for their holders to have this opportunity when they can see themselves that the project isn't working as they wanted it to. So
yeah, I mean, what's in it for them for keeping a dying project that has no volume and the price is down 90%? Like I don't know why.
I don't know, it's an ego thing maybe. I don't know. I don't think like that at all. So it's quite hard for me to like understand a bit like
I get it.
what's in it for them. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, really positive for MDB though. Another great project. So we've said it before, like some of our best holders are actually from when we absorbed Vault. So I'm really excited to see who comes over from Oracle. And just welcome them with open arms, really.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I'm always excited to see new people in chat. Like, it makes me happy, you know, because I'm in there all the damn time talking to all the homies. See Buff Tony in the chat, Peasant, Apex. So when I see new people, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's always good, especially when they're there, you know, they're coming in, they're chatty. You can see they're happy to be there. They're excited to get involved. And I think that's what makes our community the best, right? We've got so many people that are just happy to be there and happy to talk, and like some of the gifts and stuff, I don't know what's going on there, but if it makes you happy.
yeah. That, you know, we're degens. I apologize.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's funny. Right, so let's move on from Gravity. This is going to be like a short, sharp roundup, and we're just like chatting away. So we obviously released a little teaser that we've got something new coming. We've got Synergy Solutions. I can't really give anything away other than you need to listen to the AMA on Friday to find out more. It's going to, I don't know how to word it without sounding like I'm being like really dramatic. I'm not being dramatic, but when I say it is literally going to change the path of MDB and DeFi actually. If we can get it to do what we're wanting it to do, it's just, it's completely different. And the volume and the exposure it will drive is huge to us as a project. And I think I was having a chat with some of you guys earlier, and we were just talking about how, you know, what I think is different about MDB is that we are more business people. We're not techies, we're more business. And so we approach the project and the way it's ran probably a little bit different to most other projects. And I think that will be seen and that will be highlighted when we sort of explain what Synergy Solutions is and what it will do. So yeah, really excited. I wish I could tell you more now, but I can't. I'll let Godfather do that on Friday in the AMA. But that's just another big thing that we've sort of had to happen this week. And I just wanted to touch on as well, Hazey, you're familiar with it anyway. I don't know who's listening or if they have been familiar, but we have just finished as well our second bounty campaign. So that's really good. They've actually been really successful. The community members that have been involved have done a great job. They've all done everything they're meant to get their bounty. If you're not familiar with it, if you're listening and you haven't seen it in the Discord or you've never done one, essentially because of, you know, the market's horrendous, right? And I'm really trying to budget our marketing money in the right way and in the best sort of return on investment way. What I don't want to do is be throwing it away, etc., etc. So with the bounty campaign, we pay the community to do some organic, genuine marketing essentially, and it's gone down really, really well. So yeah, the second one finished, I think, on Thursday maybe. So I've just paid $1,000 in MDB to those guys. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out as well. Like a massive thank you to everyone that got involved and did that. You did a really good job, and we will be launching another one probably in a few weeks. So if you haven't done one already, yeah, feel free to please come and get involved in the next one if you want to earn some money in MDB. We only pay in MDB. Just want to put that disclaimer in there, obviously. So yeah, you did the previous one, didn't you, Hazey?
Yeah. So, excuse me. Yeah, basically, MDB is just like the best at organic marketing, and they'll reward you for it. And if you really believe in the project, one, you can accumulate more MDB, and two, you're only helping the project become stronger the more you just basically help in promoting the project. So, yeah, I was really impressed when you first did these. I don't remember when it was, maybe a couple months or a month ago or something like that when you started doing them. I was like, man, I've never seen any other projects do this. Like, I don't know. I'm steadily impressed by this project, which is why, you know, I am becoming like the MDB YouTube guy, but I'm okay with it.
That's good. We're happy to have you on board, so that's good.
Well, thank you.
And just, okay, it's a final point from me, and then I'll hand over to Hazey to do a bit of chat. So we have got our NFT mint tomorrow. Obviously, that is like the big news in the server and with the community at the moment. So they mint tomorrow. The time is 9 p.m. UTC.
Real question, is there a time frame to buy the NFTs tomorrow after launch? Like, how long do they have, I guess?
Yeah, so sorry, just to clarify, it's 9 p.m. UTC plus 1, so it's 8 p.m. UTC. Time frame, so I think we're going to leave it open for like 24 hours and see from there. We're not going to restrict how many people can buy, which might be a little bit controversial. I hope not. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think that, based on like the data that we have and the whitelist information we have, I think if you want an NFT, obviously Millionaires Club members, you will be able to get one, unless you want like 200. Peasant, don't mess it up for everyone else. I think he's gone. But
he did,
yeah, unless you're trying to get like 200, I don't think there's going to be a problem. So we're going to leave them 24 hours. The mint window will be. Obviously, if that changes for any reason, we'll keep the community updated. But it's not going to be like a 1 hour window. We're always really conscious that there's people globally, so we're trying to accommodate everyone as much as we can. So yeah, that is tomorrow. We will post your minutes directly through our website. We'll post the link. It is $750, which when I took the sort of snapshot of the MDB Plus price, it translated today to 662 MDB Plus, which was mind-blowing to me anyway, that already MDB Plus has increased in value so much, right, that 662 is worth $750.
Yeah.
That's like amazing. So yeah, 662 MDB plus. So go and buy that if you want one and you haven't already got it. But yeah, that is it. That is the roundup from my end. So we've had quite a big week, to be fair, but I feel like we have a big week every week. We don't stop. Godfather works us really hard.
That's good. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we did pretty good. Now we'll look at the price. So we'll just go over the price where we've been at, which is less important, if I'm honest, than everything you just mentioned. I mean, giving away 125K about in MDB at the Phoenix Games, and then the Gravity Project, this Synergy Solutions that we have coming up. Like, I mean, I'd heard a little bit about it, but hearing you talk about it, now I'm kind of geeked up. I'm kind of like anxious too. And just because I want to know more. And I know I'm not going to until when, you said? Friday?
Friday. We've got a big AMA in the server.
So big AMA Friday, guys. So stay tuned for that for sure.
Yeah.
And then the NFTs tomorrow, everyone's geeked up about. I mean, come on. All right. So I did the monthly price analysis thing that we've been doing for the past couple months. And the main point that I was making was basically, so how can we tell how MDB has been performing versus the actual market itself? And I didn't have my audio, so I didn't record myself speaking. So I messed that one up pretty good, because it was a good one. Because when you come here and you look at it versus the dollar, you just see, like, I mean, really what you see since launch is just a big range, really, that we've been ranging in. But it looks like, okay, well, actually, if you look at it in compared to some of the other charts I have on my deck screener, it looks really good. But the way you can kind of see how MDB is performing versus, let's say, a big crypto, or even versus, this is a good question. How is MDB performing versus Bitcoin? And how can you even find that out? You can actually find that out. So you can come and click on this little button right here. It says switch to price in wrapped BNB. So you click on that, and now the story we see is a lot different. It's basically been fairly flat in this same range for the past, I mean, really since back here, just higher, like it was a larger range. But say we come right here. For the past 45 days, we've been in this range versus BNB, right? And then what you can do is you can come over to Trading View. Oh, that's embarrassing. I had Heikenhashi candles up. Guys, don't look. Traders will know what I'm talking about. So you can come here and go to the BNB against Bitcoin chart. So we know how MDB is performing against BNB, which has basically been fairly kind of even for the past 45 days, right? And then how is BNB performing against Bitcoin? Well, believe it or not, this is the weekly chart, BNB versus Bitcoin. So if you can see, it looks like it wants to set a new all-time high, which actually means that BNB is outperforming Bitcoin. Because if you go to the Bitcoin chart and look at its weekly chart, see BNB has gone up against Bitcoin. So if you valued BNB in Bitcoin, then the price has been going up. It's worth more Bitcoin now than it was 4 weeks ago, essentially. Because if you look at Bitcoin's weekly chart, it definitely hasn't been going up for 4 weeks straight. So that's just a little fun fact. Kind of, if you were wondering how is MDB doing against, like, if you were to just buy Bitcoin and hold it, that's kind of how you can see. So that's all. I just wanted to recap because I forgot to save the audio for that fireside chat that we did. That's what it's called. Couldn't remember. All right, Mina, what do you think? Out of 10, how was our first weekly roundup?
It actually went better than I expected.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I think it's good to do this. It's obviously a bit less formal than an AMA. So yeah, and do you know, actually, when you sit back, right, we've had this chat about everything that the project is doing, you don't realise on a daily basis actually how much we are doing, right? And
It's
so to
crazy. Yeah,
live
no, I
all
mean,
that,
people like me realize it. Like, it's a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah. So you sit and you listen, oh my God, actually in the space of a week, like you've had some projects and they've been around for like 3 months and they haven't achieved that
They
much.
haven't done jack shit. Let's just be frank. I mean, like, yeah,
So
y'all are
yeah, I actually
constantly.
feel quite proud of all of us, of our community, that, you know, we
Absolutely.
are doing, you know, in this market, you know, remarkably well, I think, actually. So one last thing, we were going to do some questions, like just one or two at the end of these,
Oh, I forgot about
but
that.
it being the first one, and obviously it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, Americans, by the way, even though you're celebrating getting rid of the British, but I won't take offence. So yeah, just we've got one question from Godfather, and I think he's asked the question to try and wind me up, to be honest. But so Godfather's questions, and actually, Hazey, I think it's interesting if you answer this as well. So I'll direct it at you, and then I'll answer afterwards, and then that's it. We'll round up and we'll finish off. So Godfather wants to know, what are your thoughts about the level of imagination and real innovation in the DeFi industry?
Oh, so, real quick. Hey guys, I'm not stoned. All right. I see you guys in the comments. I don't even smoke weed. I don't know why everyone says this. So anyway, I think a lot of the innovation that we see, it's like, or a lot of the imagination, I won't say the innovation. It's like, they're always trying to like just game, like try to make DeFi into like a video game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's a lot of gamification, isn't there? A lot
Yeah,
of
and
gamification.
I'm okay with that, but like one of the things that I really liked about MDB whenever I first was watching like the AMAs and stuff, how he said this is a financial product and it's not like y'all are trying to make something like not like a game. Like I don't know, I'm trying not to be insulting basically to other projects. But I mean, you can just look at your website, right? And look how this looks. I mean, it looks a lot different than a lot of other websites. If like where you'll have like more animations and
Yeah. Yeah,
cartoons
I
and
think
stuff.
that's amazing, and that massively highlights the point we sort of covered a minute ago, where we are business people, we have commercial backgrounds, and so we come at this really quite differently to a lot of other projects. Really quite differently, and actually that will be highlighted with Xenia when that launches, and then when we can reveal a bit more about Synergy Solutions, how we manage this essentially, and how our goal and like our ideas, they are so much more like you say, it's a financial product. It's more about finance, about providing like a service rather than like a game, do you know? So yeah, it is quite different from, not like there are others with you know, similar ethos, but overall a lot of them, like you say, are a lot more gamified. They're almost a lot more like meme, right? You've got like these meme logos and
Yep.
names, and yeah, to be fair, everyone thought Million Dollar Baby was a meme name, so I perhaps can't say too much about
Yeah,
that.
I
But
understand. But y'all pivoted. Look, it says Make DeFi Better right here.
exactly.
And I like it. I love it. So I hope that answers the question. I just think the imagination, and it's different people, right? So y'all come from a business background. Your project is much more business oriented, and you can tell. And then you'll have people like me who become a dev, and I do not come from a business background. Apparently, I'm always stoned, and I don't even smoke. So yeah, my project would not look this polished, so to speak.
Yeah. Cool. So if I was to answer, and I know why Godfather asked that question. He's trying to make me rant, basically.
Oh, let's go.
So if I'm brutally honest, I feel a little bit frustrated, right?
Yeah.
And I know, do you know, I shouldn't feel frustrated because there's so many forks and there are so many like projects that take inspiration from other projects. And do you know what? We'd be lying if we said we never took inspiration from anyone ever. Of course you do in everyday life, you do.
Mm-hmm.
But I get a bit frustrated when people like copy word for word, like our branding or our, I don't know what you'd call it, our projects, I suppose, like with the Gravity project, for example, that's been imitated by
Oh,
numerous other projects.
I didn't know that.
And yeah, and quite badly, because Godfather is a bit of a whiz with maths and business and profit and loss and all of this. And the way that Gravity is designed is it functions almost perfectly. And if it doesn't, if the numbers don't fit, it doesn't happen. Whereas with these other projects, they're just like, oh my God, let's just get all these projects on board. And they don't really do the maths properly. They don't really think about the community properly. And so you end up with a load of dumping. You're actually enabling rugs, right? Like some people, it's been really questionable at some of these Gravity project copies that I've seen. And I guess it's just frustrating, like being the branding person behind Make DeFi Better, be it like, I feel like it's a little piece of me in it. It's my personality, like my creative brain, so to speak. I'm not a techie at all, so I don't really contribute that way. But yeah, and then I don't know, I take a little bit of offence, I think, actually, when people copy and do it badly. So
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely that's gonna happen. Like
yeah,
I
actually,
haven't actually
I'm not
seen
angry.
a fork of like of MDB. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think there is a fork yet, to be honest. I don't think there is a fork, no.
Oh,
But like if
now
you're talking about
we
like
said it. We
coding,
done screwed up now.
I know, yeah. Coding wise, yeah, and I'm not aware of any direct forks at all. It's more people. I think it's more the ethos, right? I think like the Make DeFi Better, we were like the first in this sort of area to look at Hazey, shamelessly self-promoting.
They asked about it in the chat, so I was like, "Yo, we got merch." Oh, I should probably just drop a link and then leave it.
No, honestly, it's fine. I'm joking. Yeah, yeah. Godfather's trying to rile me up with that question. So I just want to give a bit of background, basically, as to why things frustrate me a little bit. But
Oh, we didn't get a good rant. I know we'll get it next time. I bet you we could get. Because I understand what you're saying. Like, stop making a fork and calling it innovating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
yeah, exactly. Call it what it is. If you're copying something, just say, we didn't think of this. We got it from here. And that's fine. Just own it up. But when people try and pass off your idea as their own, it's just a bit annoying. But I'm going to stop ranting now. But
Yeah,
thanks,
we did
Godfather,
go
for
longer than
encouraging.
we thought, but that's okay. It's still not too long. Yeah. Like out of 10, how do we do for our first one? I think we did, better than 50%. So I'd give us like higher than a 5, maybe a 7 or an 8. I think we did good.
7 or an 8.
I don't know. I was super anxious to make it work well. If it worked out in the comments, let me know. I appreciate it. But Mina, thanks for doing this with me. This is really fun and exciting.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I look forward to next week.
That's right. Sweet. I'm hyped, guys. I'm like a little kid. I'm just going to end it. I love you all very much.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.